I will now turn to the Work and Welfare Chairman, Mr. Darren LaHood, for his remarks.
Thank you, Chairman Smith, for having this full committee roundtable. And I want to welcome you, Madam First Lady, and just commend you for your passion and commitment to our foster youth. Your voice and the way that you've championed this cause is inspiring, and we're grateful to have you here today. Your longstanding attention to uplifting America's foster youth through the Be Best and Fostering the Future initiatives has been a catalyst for meaningful and transformative change. I don't know if everybody realizes, but your engagement with this committee on foster care dates back to 2022, when you co-authored an op-ed with our colleague, former Representative Jackie Walorski, highlighting May as National Foster Care Month in 2022. We thank you for that. And as chairman of the Work and Welfare Subcommittee, one of my priorities has been how do we modernize the Chafee foster care program? Last January, we received a troubling report from the Government Accountability Office, which found states across the country have been returning unused Chafee funds since 2007, despite the need from foster youth. In 2023 alone, more than 30 states returned $8.9 million in unused funds. Over the past year, a bipartisan group of members of this committee has been working to develop and introduce common sense reforms to make sure Chafee dollars are getting to the youth that need them. And I want to thank Ranking Member Davis and my friend and the members who are leading these bills for their leadership and partnership on this. During our hearings, I have consistently heard that access to stable housing is one of our biggest barriers that youth face as they work towards self-sufficiency. One study found that 35% of foster youth experienced homelessness by age 21. We also know that federal programs are fragmented and don't always coordinate with each other. To address this, I introduced the Foster Youth Housing Opportunity Act with my colleague, Gwen Moore, to improve coordination between child welfare programs and the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Housing Program. As you know, many public housing authorities have been unable to secure the vouchers required for supportive services, preventing youth from being able to utilize the voucher as intended. Our bill, which has more than 100 endorsements, would allow states to use Chafee funds for housing supportive services and aligns age eligibility between the programs, reducing a key barrier to access. This bill is one of the 6 bipartisan bills with important reforms to Chafee that members of this committee have worked on together. Mrs. Trump, your presence here today and leadership on fostering the future has elevated foster care at the highest level of government. Thank you for your commitment and for taking the time to come here today to speak with members on both sides of the aisle about these reforms and listen to the different perspectives in the room. Through our bipartisan efforts and with continued support, Mrs. Trump, I am confident that we can successfully advance these reforms through Congress. This isn't just a roundtable to discuss ideas. We have legislation and an opportunity to deliver a transition-age foster youth with the tools that they need to achieve greater opportunity, upward mobility, and long-term success. And I am committed to working with you and my Democrat colleagues to do what it takes to get this across the finish line, to turn words into actions. Again, I thank you, Mrs. Trump, and Jaden and Jocelyn for joining us here today. And I yield back.